Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, we're audible.
Chataha, please take over the session until the speaker joins. आप एक quick icebreaker कर लें.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Afan and I am the local officer of research exchange for RMULC. एंड अभी तक हम लोग की जो ये सारी रिसर्च की वेबिनार हुई है इसमें हमने फर्स्ट डे पे बेसिक्स देखी है, सेकंड डे पे मेथोडोलॉजी देखी है रिसर्च की। आज के हमारे सेशन जो होगा इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द जर्नल्स एंड पब्लिकेशन ऑफ द रिसर्च व्हिच इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टेप जब आप एक रिसर्च जर्नी को स्टार्ट कर रहे होते हैं अपनी। बिकॉज अक्सर लोग होते हैं जिनको अपने रिसर्च जर्नी के स्टार्ट में अपनी रिसर्चेज लिख भी लेते हैं, वो सारी मेथोडोलॉजी को फॉलो कर भी लें, एट द एंड उनको जर्नल्स में पब्लिश करने में काफ़ी डिफिकल्टी आ रही होती है इसके अंदर। तो उस चीज़ के लिए एक प्रॉपर गाइडेंस मिलना है कि आपने किस तरह से उस चीज़ को टैकल करना है, अपने मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट के अंदर क्या चीज़ें, किन चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना है, किस तरह से आपने डील करना है जर्नल्स के साथ ताकि आप अच्छी जर्नल्स में पब्लिकेशन करवा सकें अपनी। ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप है। एंड आई बिलीव कि जिन लोगों की बहुत ज़्यादा पब्लिकेशंस हो चुकी होती हैं, टेंस हंड्रेड्स ऑफ पब्लिकेशंस कर चुके होते हैं, उनके लिए ये चीज़ आसान हो चुकी होती है, दे हैव इट इजी। बिकॉज उनकी ऑलरेडी एक रेप्यूट बन चुकी होती है एंड उनके लिए पब्लिकेशन करने में वो डिफिकल्टी नहीं होती जो कि एक नए फ्लरिशिंग स्टूडेंट रिसर्चर को आ रही होती है। तो आई बिलीव कि आज के जो हमारे स्पीकर हैं फैजान शहजाद, वो इस चीज के लिए सबसे ज्यादा क्वालिफाइड है सिंस ही इज वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स हु स्टार्टेड जस्ट लाइक अस। ये बिल्कुल बेसिक से स्टार्ट किया एंड नाउ ही हैज मल्टीपल पब्लिकेशंस इन इंटरनेशनल जर्नल्स। So he understands what it takes to be a student researcher, what difficulties they face, and what we need to do in order to flourish as a student researcher. तो उस सारे मेथोडोलॉजी को समझने के लिए और क्या हमें स्टेप्स लेने चाहिए उसके लिए, आई थिंक उसके लिए हमारे आज के स्पीकर बहुत क्वालिफाइड हैं और ये वाला जो वेबिनार है ये बहुत उस चीज़ के लिए फ्रूटफुल साबित होगा। तो अभी हमारे जो है वो स्पीकर कुछ देर में ज्वाइन करेंगे, तो उनसे आप लोग इंटरेक्ट भी कर सकते हैं और आई होप कि ये वाला जो सेशन है ये आप लोग के लिए बहुत फायदेमंद साबित होगा। एज फार एज क्वेश्चंस आर कंसर्न, आप लोग अपने क्वेश्चंस चैट बॉक्स में लिखते जाएगा एंड उसका जो स्पीकर है वो उस हिसाब से आंसर करते जाएंगे। तो कोशिश करेगा कि आप लोग अपने माइक्स म्यूट रखें ड्यूरिंग द सेशन ताकि स्पीकर को इंटरेक्शन ना हो।
So, guys, we're just waiting for a few minutes until our speaker joins. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I welcome you all to the last day of our virtual research camp, namely Virtual Voyage, Opening New Frontiers in Research. Today we have our speaker, Dr. Faizan Shahzad, final year medical student at Rawalpindi Medical University. He has over 10 plus publications, including case reports, editorials, meta-analysis. Over to you, Dr. Faizan. Please take over the session.
Hello, good afternoon. Can anyone tell me if I'm audible?
You are audible, but your voice is a bit distorted.
Okay, and is it okay now?
Yes, it is.
That's good. I think then I'm just gonna start with our session. And okay, so this session is not that much, theoretical session because the whole journals and publication process is more of a practical process, and I'll be taking things from more of a practical point of view, telling you things how to do it, and then if the time permits us, I would like us to also have a demo of journal submission. I wouldn't say like actively submit to the journal, but I'll just try to show you guys how uh, we submit an article to a journal, and just let you go through the whole process. Anyways, I think I have the option to share screen, right? Yep, I do. That's good. Okay, so journals and publication process by Fizan Shahzad. First of all, I think I should introduce myself as she did a very good job of introducing as well. However, I feel like it's just a formality. So my name is Fizan Shahzad and I am a final year medical student at Rawalpindi Medical University. I have had the honor of serving in our Society of Research, Rawalpindi Students Research Society, RSRS, on various posts, deputy head, coordinators, etc. And I have also been lucky enough to have peers around me with whom I have conducted several studies. And right now, as of now, I have more than 10 articles and more than 10 citations. Kind of like I think both are almost the same. I think 11 articles or 12 citations or the other way around. And I have got around more than 12 actually, yes, in the process of publication. The thing about process of publication is you're always like almost always gonna have as a student you're almost always going to have the same number of articles which are in the process of publication and which have been published, because the whole publication process takes a lot of time. Like I've had an article that took me 8 months to publish, but once it did publish, it was in a good journal. It got cited within 2 months. So that's the whole thing. It's really a times game, to be honest. So that's why I always say, and I always say to you guys, that the early we start, the better it is. Because if you start early, you're gonna have lots of time, and your activities of the medical school and your medical college things are gonna go along with it. But if you start research in your final year, you're only gonna have 1 year as a student, and trust me, 1 year is not enough to have a good, research profile. Anyways, this webinar would be divided into two parts. The first part would be the journals part, like what is a journal, etc. And I'll show you some journals that I personally use. And like it would be a small part. The main thing is the manuscript publishing part, which will come later. So first of all, what is a journal? Like you have journals at home. Like some people do have journals at home. They write it and they write their stuff on it. They created a personal journal or a personal diary. But the journals that I am talking about, these are different. A journal is a periodic publication, so like that's we have to focus on. It's a periodic publication. Some journals get published every month. Some they don't get published every month. Like they get published once a year or twice a year. So it's like it has a certain timeline which it uses to publish the certain issue of a journal. The one you see, a journal is a book type thingy. That book type thing is known as an issue or a volume. And the main thing is that the journal would deal with a certain topic or a subject. So, for example, if I go here and if I show you the journal Epilepsia or something like that. Yep, Epilepsia. It's a peer-reviewed journal with an impact factor of 6. It's, I think, the most reputable journal if you are writing something from epilepsy point of view. See, so if you like this article or this journal would only have articles that are persistent to epilepsy. But if I click on JAMA, JAMA stands for Journal of American Medical Education, American Medical Association. The JAMA will have all the articles related to medicine. It will have epilepsy articles, it will have heart failure articles, it will have gastroenterology articles, each and everything. So, like, there's a huge wide variety. Personally, I would say always go for a journal that is specific to your topic or subject, because the more refined and the more specific you send the articles to the journal, the higher chances of publication and acceptance occur. So it's always better if you ever got a epilepsy article, instead of sending it to JAMA with an impact factor 63, why not send it to epilepsia with a impact factor 6? Both of these are like one of the best journals. JAMA is like, I think, the second best journal in the whole world, and epilepsy is like, if you know, the best journal, if not the second best journal for epilepsy. So it doesn't matter that much until unless you are having like very impact factor research. Anything above the impact factor of 3 4 would be good for a student. Now, once again, like, what the types of journals? So first of all, there's the scientific journals like the JAMA I just showed. Then there's her health journals. If I click on Nature, Nature is a journal that has all the things that are according to your you can say probiotics or health. It's a British weekly journal. See, like, that's how much it is. It's a weekly journal, and yes, it says, see, China, US research, long COVID, lung damage, sunlight powered, sustained flight, daily briefing, blocking of inflammatory protein. So Nature has each and everything, almost everything. So this would be a health journal. But then again, like, the difference between scientific journal and the health journal is not that much, you can say, discrete or something, because a scientific journal would include other journals in the field of engineering, in the field of computer engineering, or computer science, etc. as well. Whereas the health journal would only include medicine. Now, the Economist and the Wall Street Journal, I don't know if you are too much into the news or internal affairs or international affairs, IA, but the Economist is a journal that it's one again the British weekly, and its counterpart for the United States is the Wall Street Journal, and all of these would be regarding news and what's happening in the world. And lastly, we have the financial journal, the Journal of Finance, that shows us about all the financial news and things that are coming new in the world of finance. So basically, a journal is kind of a way to keep you updated about the information in your particular field. In the medicine journal, the number one medical journal would be the NEGM, New England Journal of Medicine. Like, I think it has the impact factor of 100 or something. I don't know. Let me see. It didn't tell me the impact factor. Anyways, this is the best journal in the medicine. Okay. And JAMA is like the second best, Lancet is third best, and BMG is like fourth. BMG stands for British Medical Journal. Once again, JAMA stands for Journal of American Medical Association. So these are some of the examples. And why are journals and scientific papers important? The main thing about having a scientific paper is so that they can report new and novel or innovative findings regarding a particular disease or a particular drug that can help us to review the existing knowledge and practices. So if you think that the certain antiplatelet, for example, aspirin or clopidogrel, has these and these side effects, whereas a new articles come which shows another potential side effect, and now the clinicians, they're gonna rethink before they prescribe the clopidogrel. They're gonna rethink if clopidogrel's efficacy is justifies its adverse effects or it does not. So you see, like, this is what journals and scientific papers do. Now, once again, all of these things is like, I just need to build a base for you, and then we're gonna go to the good part, which is the manuscript publication part. What is the benefit of publishing a journal? Like, for you, it will be good this will look good in your CV. I think in some places, like having a research is sort of a requirement. I don't think it's in Pakistan, like especially it's not in the US as well, but I think it's appreciated a lot. In the UK, I think it has some score if you do research, if you have published articles in PubMed Index. In terms of Pakistan, I think 5 marks is given in the central induction policy. I'm not 100% sure if that still holds, but it was the last knowledge that I have. Then, secondly, professional recognition. Professional recognition would include that your peers around you would know that you are an avid researcher. For example, like me, back in third year, I used to listen to webinars of postgraduates and even sometimes final year students as well. Just like I'm giving you right now. Like if you turn back time around 2 years and 2 months, I would be sitting where you're sitting, listening to me speak as a speaker. So, and then over the course of 2 years, I was lucky enough and I was fortunate enough to work on my CV and have this professional recognition. That's what it's called. And lastly, adds to scientific knowledge. Then again, most people don't care about that part. So you're pretty okay. Types of medical journal, the most important thing in this whole part, and actually the second most important. The medical journals have two types. There's open access, there's closed access. There's also a delayed access, just like this. I think this one, yeah, this is open access, but it's delayed. So if you publish an article here, it's gonna like open up the article 6 months after. Okay, I'm gonna now tell you what I meant by that statement. Open access journals are such journals which are whose articles are freely available. Like if I search PubMed, actually, you know what? I'm gonna search one of my article. Yeah, safety and efficacy of Zwegipen. Now, if I click on this, it says PMC3 full text, which means if I click on it, you can access my whole article. It's in Curious, and you can access my whole article. See? Similarly, if I add safety and efficacy of desmopressin DDAVP in preventing hematoma expansion, three full article. See? And if I see here, you can see the whole article, the images, the prisma, and each and everything, the baseline characteristic table, forest plot, everything. So that's open access. Like you can access the article as soon as it's published. But then again, the journal has to cover their costs, right? So they're going to cover their costs by asking you to pay, which why open access are paid to publish, but free to access. And thus they will easily get citation. Like in front of you, I've just got citation right now. Let me show. See, I've just gotten one citation and it's been like what? Hardly 2 months. So, that's the good thing about publishing in open access. Whereas, yeah, actually, never mind. Whereas a delayed access, it has like 6 months, embargo. So the article would be accessible only after 6 months. If I had published my desmopressin research in this one in May, it would have opened in November, and then in January of 2025, I would have gotten my first citation. So yeah. Anyways, closed access journals, these are journals that are paid to, access the articles. They are free to publish. Like they would accept the article for free because they don't have the author pay for it. But others will have to pay so that they can access your research. And that's where the whole problem gets because then it is hard to get citation. However, there's a website known as SciHub. You can enter the DOI or of any article and it will show you the article. Let me see. I mean, I don't remember having any articles in closed access, so I can't like demonstrate it to you properly. But I'm gonna copy my DOI here. Usually, Sci-Hub would have this article, and sometimes it does not. See, like right now it does not because this article is very, new. Even if the article is closed access, open access, he wouldn't. That Sci-Hub wouldn't have article. However, if you enter your reference right here, it will find that article, provided the article is 2 or 2.5 years old. But if you want to get a recent article like 2023, 2024, you won't, unfortunately. For that, you will have to access paid databases like Embase. Now the main part, how to publish a paper. The first thing is write a manuscript. I mean, it's quite obvious. We're gonna actually, I'll explain it as we go, right? So these are these 6 or 7 steps for publishing a paper, and this gets us a nice way into our second part of the webinar, which is the publication process. So first of all, write a manuscript, pretty self-explanatory. Number two, select a suitable journal. Now I have capitalized suitable. Why? If you choose a non-suitable journal, or if the journal choice, I think, is the most important factor after your manuscript. That after a level of content in your manuscript, journal suitability or journal selection is the most important step. If you choose a bad journal, you're stuck. If you choose a good one, there you go. You'll have publication. So that's like how simple it is. First of all, the main thing is that you should always select a journal that would, uh, you know, align with the scope of your um, study. Let me see if I can search up my article in clinical case reports. Yep, I can. Okay, so listen. Now, you see, this article is a case report. It's cited by 3 people already. And it was back in 2020, I think January 2023. It was published in July, actually, July 2023. So it has been a year and it has already had 3 citations. Yep, it has already had 3 citations. Now, the journal name is Clinical Case Reports. It's like a journal that's only based on case reports. And if I click on it and see its impact factor, I hope they would show me the impact factor. I think it has an impact factor of 1 point. Oh, sorry. This is not the one. I think it has an impact factor of 1.1 or 1.2 something, but no, this is not. Okay, so it's not showing me the impact factor right now. But back when we were publishing the article, it had an impact factor of 1.2 last year. So I don't know how much it has right now, but see general metrics there. No, it didn't show us. Yeah, impact factor 0.6. Oh, damn, it has decreased. But anyway, the impact factor is 0.6. So impact factor would basically mean the if you publish an article in this journal in 1 year, how many citations it will get. Like that's a rough estimate. So if the impact factor is 1, you will get 1 citation per year. But as you can see, like I got 3 citations right off the bat in 1 year with an impact factor of 0.6. So the thing that I'm trying to show you is that it's okay if you publish in a journal that's not too privileged. The main thing that's important for your citation is the article. The article would be the main thing. But it's always better to publish in a journal, good journal. The clinical case report is one of the good journals for publishing, especially if you want to publish free, and you want to get open access. So it's like a double good thing, and hence we chose it. And since the reason it was like accepted is because this is a case report and this is a case report journal, so it matched with the journal's guidelines. And if you see that the acceptance rate is 72%. Why? Because people only send journal case reports to this journal. That's why. And then once again, like 86 days, yeah, within 3 months, I was done with submission. Yeah, like that. That's literally it. So, because after you're done with acceptance, you also have to wait for the journal to come out. Like if the journal comes after 3 months, then you'll have to wait additional 3 months so that your research can, be published. I think this one either comes out monthly or bi-monthly, because I know we had to wait for some time before the research came, because like this research got accepted back in, I don't know, March or April, and then it came out in July. So yeah, okay, that's the main thing. You have to match the scope of journals. Similarly, like I said, that you should send epilepsy journals to epilepsy articles to epilepsy. Why? So that it gets accepted. That's it. Then secondly, what you're gonna see is that you should have journals which are indexed in databases such as PubMed, Embase, Google Scholar, so that they can be accessed online. Any article that cannot be accessed online will most probably not help you much in UK and the US. In Pakistan, it should be recognized by HEC. And there are journals which are recognized by HEC, but not by PubMed. So in Pakistan, it's kind of like a bit easy, but not so much in the UK and the US. So you see that this whole website, PMC, PubMed, etc., PMID, if I click on it, it will open in a PubMed. So it should be available on this website. If it's not, then trust me, like it's not gonna have much impact on your CV. The journal should be non-predatory. So here's a list of journals. It's known as the Beals list. Beals was a person, I think John Beals, Josh Beals, something was his name. Where, where, where is his name? I don't wait. I don't know. Anyways, the Beals was a person, yeah, Robert M. Beal. So Robert M. Beal was a man, and he accumulated a list of predatory journals. So you can like this is the original list that he accumulated. You can also get the updated list right here. But if I control F and if I search American, you can see like 17 journals of America are predatory journals. All of these journals will take money in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they will publish your research without having any problem. And even if the article doesn't deserve it, they're just gonna publish it. There are some predatory journals in Pakistan as well. I can't name them for one or two reasons, but there are. So just be mindful of people around you, and don't send to a predatory journal, because sooner or later it's either gonna get added to this list or some other list, and like the names of the journals are gonna come out. And if you have many publications in such journals, it's gonna leave a very very bad impact on your life, on your career, because we are in the day and date of internet. Anything that you do will be here forever, permanently. You can't change it. If I did something, if I had published this not in a good clinical case report journal, in some predatory journal, it would have been here for my whole lifetime, and like even after I die. So like, take decisions by thinking on them. Similarly, Cancer and Metab by BMC are also some of the other. Sorry, Cancer and Metab is a journal by BMC Biomed Central. It's also a predatory journal. I think their price is $2,095 or $2,100, something like that. Affordability. This was what I was talking about a while ago. That you need to be able to afford your article. Usually, the journals have a fees of thousands of dollars, and if we paid that, we would get bankrupt. So to avoid that, what we do is we write to the journal that we are very poor, we belong to a resource limited country, and we do. I mean, if you convert dollar to like rupees, I think it's going on 279 right now. Like, that's absolutely mind blowing. Anyways, we say that our country's currency is a bit depreciated, and that affording such would be very devastating to us. We are interns, and also we are students and interns, and we cannot afford such high process publications. That's like four things that you have to mention. And then lastly, if it's possible, get a letter signed by your principal, vice chancellor, or HOD of the study, or the supervisor that that's conducting a study with you, requesting the journal to give you sort of a waiver. And they would see these four or five things, and they would have pity on you. They would yeah, honestly speaking, they would have pity on you, and they should. And secondly, they will also see that this guy has a whole, like, principal or the supervisors wrote written a personal letter to the editor of the journal. So it will boost their ego, and the journal will give you a waiver most of the times. Sometimes it doesn't, so we just withdraw the article. To be honest, I don't think I have paid that much money for any article. And thank you so. Oh, I didn't realize we had chat here. Thank you so much, Mariam. And no, it actually does show up the articles that are after 2020. Abdullah, it only shows the one which are published in the last 2 years. That doesn't only show in the last 2 years. So if you want to access an article of in the June of 2022, it will most probably take, you know, like show it. Clinical case report takes ages. Yeah, right now it's publication process has lengthened. Uh, back in last year, it doesn't used to be that much because a lot of people are sending case reports to CCR. I get an email almost every week to review an article from CCR, and I'm like, oh, just like take a chill pill. I mean, you don't have to send me an article every week. Yeah, actually, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you. I think I have saved it for the second part, but let me show it right now. If we click on journals and this website, actually, you know what? I'm gonna share the slides with you anyway. I'm just gonna copy it and send it. Add it here. How do I click on associated with journals? I'm gonna click on list of specialty wise journals. There we go. I'm gonna share these slides with you anyway, so why not, just give you these links. Okay. It says me to turn off my ad block, which I'm not gonna do. Yeah, I'm not gonna turn off my ad block. So I'm just gonna show you guys from right here. Okay. You're gonna click on all subject areas and you can click on health or biomedical health professions. Okay. Then you're gonna click on any, like for me, I'm interested in neurology, so I'm gonna click on neurology, but you can click on any of these, actually, never mind. Health professions. I'm gonna click on medicine. Actually, click on my medicine, not health professions. I'm gonna click on neurology. Click on neurology here. And I'm gonna click on all regions country, but if you only want the American journals, North American, or if I want country wise, I can get to the country, but no, it's not showing the country. Countries all types, and the latest would be 2023. Yep. Now it's gonna show me all the see the first journal that comes is the JAMA Neurology, Journal of American Medical Association, and the subset of neurology. If I have an article and I send to JAMA Neurology and I send it to JAMA, like if I have two options, there is like very, very high chance that it will get accepted in neurology as compared to JAMA. This website has the H index, which is a good predictor just to show and how good the journal is. This would show its publisher. You don't wanna publish in elsewhere because elsewhere doesn't give waivers out. So and it gives very rarely. Like elsewhere, I hate elsewhere because they are just a money making machine. So I hate it and do not go to elsewhere. Wiley is good, Lippincott, Wilkins is good, Sage is good. So these three publishers are good. AMA is also good, but then again, AMA has very high reputed journals. I have not had the honor of publishing in them. This would be ICIS, and it's kind of like a CNIC for a journal. And they would also have a website. Yeah, here you go, homepage. It will take you to the journal homepage. Like, what more do you need? And similarly, in this website, there would be the citations per doc in 2 years. See, this is like the double of the impact factor. So if I, you know, divide it by two, it will give you like this. On average, you will get 4 citations and thing like that. So, like you wanna notice these citations per document, and this will tell you how good the journal is. This page has like every good journal. So if you wanna publish in Alzheimer's and dementia, this is the best journal for Alzheimer's. This is the best journal for autism. This is the best journal for neuroimmuno. This is the best journal for movement disorder. If you have Parkinson's, this is your best journal. If you have stroke article, this. If you have DBS, see this thing right here shows open access. The logged unlocked neurology. This is done by the American Association of Neurology. So all of these journals, like you can also click it like 124, right? So if I go to the very last page, it will give me a very now all of these journals are very easy to publish in. See, that's how you do it. But then, of course, you do not go into the Q4. Q4 journals would be the one which are very, kind of sketchy. They're on the iffy side. Iffy means either plus or minus side. So do not ever go into Q4. Try Q2. Like personally, I would recommend trying Q2. If you don't, it's okay, no problem. You just child, you're just a student right now. But try Q2. Most of my articles, or most of them, are in Q2, or at least I preferred them to be in Q2. Okay, where's the Zoom? Yeah, here is the meeting. Chat. Yeah, here's the chat. Okay, so where can we find specific journals done? How to find predatory journals? Yeah, you just have to search them online. I send you the Beans list. You can also write predatory journal list in medicine. There's a B list, and then there's a C. I mean, PMC has itself gotten a article. You have got this was published in 2019, so you got the list before 2019. See, there we go. This is in the field of family medicine. New updated list. So it's not easy, like hard to get lists. Yeah, here you go. As a matter of fact, let's see. American. 34 journals. Nice. American. See? Journal of Contemporary Research, Journal of Advanced Agricultural Drug Delivery, Advances in Medical Science. I don't know, like thousands of articles are here. Thousands of journals are here. What things do we mention to get 100%? Okay, so the things that you need to mention are: number one, you're a student. The most important thing is that you're either a student or an intern. Just write it student. Student is better. Secondly, you have to mention or give proof of your affiliation with a resource limited university or a public university in a resource limited country. Then thirdly, what I usually do is, although it's not necessary, but I also try about the currency exchange, because if you're from India, I think $1 would equal, I think, 70 Indian rupees, 83 Indian rupees. Or if you are from Bangladesh, it's only 117 Bengali taka. But if you compare it to Pakistan, there you go, 277.91. इसलिए. And lastly, if it's always better to get an RTA or letter from supervisor, I always get it. Uh, I try to get it from VC. If not, then from HOD. If still not, then from the supervisor. Actually, sorry, but I'm trying to speak loudly, but the mic is fixed for my headset. I can't bring it close. But what I will do is I'll speak even louder and slowly. Okay. Sage, Wiley, and Lippincott. These three. I don't think there was a fourth one, if I remember. पाकिस्तान पोएट्री जर्नल. यार आई कांट, ये मेरी डिग्री का मसला है, डिग्री रोक देंगे, ये मसला होता है. तो ट्रस्ट मी, आई कांट. एक दफ़ा मुझे पीएमसी से वो होने दो रजिस्टर, फिर कुछ देखा जा सकता है. इस तरह नहीं. एंड पर्सनली आई वुड आल्सो से कि तुम लोग भी थोड़ा पाकिस्तान में ना इंसानों की तरह चलना, इसमें रिसर्च की पर्टिकुलर्स में. आते आए दिन हमें न्यूज़ मिल रही होती है इधर उधर की. Okay, so first of all, like, download the logo of your university from the official website. Okay, like, this is a must. Then open up the Word. I think I'll open up Word. Go. Let me see if I can open up Word and give you something. And then click on Insert the pictures. I think I have it right here. Logo. Hopefully, oh no, right here actually. Never mind. Logo. Hopefully it will come up. Come on. Nah, no item. Check. Logo. There we go. You click on audio logo, click right here, wrap text in front of text. Put it right here. Set the dimensions to 3.5, 3.5, 3.5 centimeter and 3.71. Take it a bit here. Okay. So now you're gonna click here. Click. क्या हो गया? Select Times New Roman. I usually do Times New Roman. People can also do Arial, but Times New Roman looks really good. For official documents, go to the center. justify, control B, to whom it may concern, enter, वापस write justify, control B off. Now, you're gonna write your blah 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 here, then blah, 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 yours sincerely, comma, enter, let's say your principal of the university, or actually principal would be if it's a medical school, med school name, and then yeah, you're gonna click on right here. Actually, then you're gonna click now. Yep. And now you're gonna write signature. There we go. That is how you're gonna write the whole article. This is the main like format. Now what you're gonna write here is that it is submitted that the it is submitted that we belong. Wait, I'm forgetting. It is submitted that your university name. Let's say that RMU is a resource, is a public government funded uni in blah blah city, blah blah province of Pakistan, and we don't have no funds for research is the main thing that you want to write. Then what you want to write is the currency exchange. Then what you want to write is that these are students. Then what you're going to write is that the uni is unable to offer stipend. Then what you're going to write is kindly give a waiver of 100%. You're always going to ask for 100%, then they're going to not give you 100%. They're going to give you 70, 80, 50%, but always ask for 100%. I We do get 100%. Like I used to get back in 2022, 2023, especially in the newer journals, but I'm not right now. Right now, like if you're from Pakistan, they give only a 50% journal. And da 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 da. Lastly, right, like here you're gonna write thank you for considering this offer. Thank you for your time and cooperation. Cooperation. That's it. That's how you're gonna write it, and it should be official, like this. And if you wanna make it even more official, now what you're gonna do is have a reference number here. Yeah, have a reference number here. Usually in RMU we do have reference number on every letter that the our vice chancellor signs 2024 dash 1767. Okay, that's our reference number for this article. It kind of makes the whole things more official, and also have the university address printed out right here. We have a whole template type thingy. So here we go. That's how you're gonna, make it. Okay, can you mention more about and done? Ha. What about using Jane? Jane is good, but the problem with Jane is like I'm gonna show you that the Jane would be very, very specific website. For example, if I say epilepsy, carbamazepine. Carbamazepine is a drug for epilepsy. And if I search it, find journals, it's gonna find me the journals, but see it has find me journal, but we don't know if it's good for us because this one is clinical case report, high quality open access. So yeah, but what if I don't have a case report? Then so this is the influence. Influence is not the impact factor. This is just a marker of how good it is. So I personally don't like Jane. Like this and compare the website I said I would on every day prefer the orange one, the website, like every, and do not send to Lancet. Lancet is so over, like hyped. All of these journals which are in the top 10 list are overhyped. They're gonna take extra time because they're like top 10. So don't waste your time being a student. If you are an older adult, if you're a consultant or an AP, you've got lots of time, my friend. You've got lots of time and you've got lots of students working for you. So send them to higher journals, don't worry, but not as being a student. Because you need to get a good publications like quick. You only have like 5 years. I mean, and no one's gonna start research in the first year. So yeah, essentially you're left with only 4 years. Are you able to get 100% waiver? That I will tell in subsequent sections how to get 100%. But now, being a Pakistani, I used to get 100%. Now I don't. Anyways, affordability is done. Impact factor side score, which I showed you. Check the journal's response time as well. Yeah, journal response time very important. This is journal brain and behavior. It's good journal with impact factor 2 something, and like impact factor is 2, but the side score is 5.3. Okay, so basically, impact factor would be something that the average article gets over a course of 1 year. I think, yeah, like a rough estimate. And side score would be something as in how many citations an article is likely to get over certain period or over a certain publication. I don't know, but basically speaking, impact factor is always like half, almost half of the side score, and impact factor is the most important. Side score is good, but it's second. It's about those whose impact factor is not shown. You can also see the side score. See, acceptance is for 45%. Acceptance submission to acceptance is 131 days. That's like more than 4 months, and then it takes 1 month to publish. So like 5 months. This one is a slow journal. But if you click on Curious, Curious is a very fast journal. But then again, Curious is very average journal. So don't like publish in it. Mean time to publish an article is 24 days. See, that's the main thing. But then again, like the journals which are good take a lot of time, just like brain behavior. This is the list, Beale's list. This is the list for journal rank. I want to focus more on the affordability part. So the first thing that you can do is you can get a waiver from Pakistan by 50%. This is a Research for Life, website. Wiley, Sage, and Lippincott. They follow this. You can say category, and it has two groups: Group A, Group B. Group A would be the countries which are very, 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 very poor. So you can see a lot of them are concentrated here. I don't want to be racist and call it, but I mean, it's right in front of you, so what can I do? Even. Anyways, we've got Afghanistan here, we've got Iraq here, we've got Syria here, we've got this thing is Bangladesh. Okay, I think this one's Bangladesh. I don't know what this one is actually, as a matter of fact. Haha. Poor geography. Yeah. This is Bangladesh, by the way. This is Nepal. This is, I don't know what this is. This is Vietnam, North and South. Actually, never mind. This is Vietnam. This is Thailand. So yeah, there we go. Anyways, this is the whole. The countries in the blue section are the Group A. These are all the free access. You can get articles for free. If you have a Research for Life is a organization, non-profit organization to help with research. So if you have articles which are free access, and if you have authors which can get you free publication access, I would say go for these articles. The publishers of Wiley, Sage, and Lippincott Wilkins. These three would usually, Wiley is also like published by Lippincott, so these three would offer you a waiver based on these countries. Elsewhere would not. Elsewhere is, but I mean, anyway, elsewhere would ask each and every author from those from the article to be from these countries. But if you've got someone from Pakistan or someone from these orange ones, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay the whole what? No, no, it's not from. I mean, ethical point of view, it's a gray area, and secondly, you don't have them for the sake of waiver. I'm just telling you that this is a way that people can get waiver. What I usually do is instead of like just having them for the sake of waiver, I collaborate with them, right? So whilst writing, yeah, exactly, you can involve them in research, and that's what I do. Basically the whole journal submission and the whole revision process and the whole final draft publishing is done by the corresponding author, and then they get adequately, you can say, compensated in authorships as well. For example, if they just only uh, like focus on submission and the revisions part, they will be on sixth. But if they've also had access have contributions in writing the main manuscript, then reviewing it, they will always be on third or fourth. That's how it goes. But then again, like having an author from these countries would be good if you're like publishing in Wiley and Sage. That's why I like them. This is a low cost 50% favor areas, and you can see we are right here. If you see, uh, India is not here. Iraq is here, but you won't see India. And if you go to map, India is white. Haha. So, anyways. Yeah, if you're coming to the US, don't. Who's this? I think Minahil, right? If someone is coming to the US, bro, do not publish in Curious. I have a publication in Curious, but it has 4 citations, so it actually works in my favor to tell that publication. If your publication has 2 or 3 citations, good, then you can say it. If not, like completely remove it from your CV. Uh, Having a Curious publication has actually hurted some of my friends in match last year, so don't. It's better than having ghost authors. Yeah, it is. Like people add ghost authors for 30, 50,000 to help with the, like, cost and help with the research thingy and covering the finances. Like, why? Come on. Anyways, I think we're done with the questions. Okay. So this is the whole affordability wala. I think that you might wanna consider every time. Anyways, I think we're done with this. Yeah, we're done with the uh, affordability pass. Number 3, editorial check. Okay. So how you started sending research to higher impact materials? It's hard to get paper in there if it's not. If it's a meta-analysis, it's easy to do. So I'll be very honest. If it's a meta, it's easy. If it's a systematic review, it's still not that hard, but not that easy as well. If it's a cohort, you need to deal with a lot of technicalities in cohort and clinical trials. But they're appreciated as well. But if it's a cross-sectional, don't send it until unless you've done like very hefty analysis. If you've done mediation analysis, if you have done factor analysis, then you can send the article to high impact factor. Otherwise, don't. I don't think like there are journals which have rejected cross-sectional just because it is a cross-sectional, like just for the study design. So yeah. And I mean, if you I think if you have noticed, but everyone around you would be doing cross sections. Don't. Just do 2 to 3 cross sections and that's it. Like literally that's it. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, editorial check. Anyways, so basically speaking, I'm gonna show you something. The Annals of Medicine and Surgery is a journal which is published by Lippincott Wilkins, and this journal has an impact factor of 1.7. Chief editor is Dr. Riaz Agha, questionable person to be honest, but um, where is its journal info? Author guideline, mission for authors. Yeah, submit a manuscript. It's going to open the editorial manager just like I had done it before. And I'm just going to close this one, this, and this. Anyways, this is the information for authors. This is the article processing fee, as you can see, 1950. And this is a 1350. This is like for all the review articles, systematic reviews, cohorts, guideline articles. And this one is for the short communication or the letters to editor, etc. This one, QA support would be here as well, to be honest. And this is APC is known as article processing charge. It has a 1950 processing charge. Research for life, the group A are eligible for full waiver. In group B are eligible for partial waiver. Waiver is automatically applied based on the corresponding author's country information provided during the submission. That's the most important thing. If it's written that every author should be from the corresponding author's country to get the waiver, you would not send your article. I mean, I wouldn't. You can send, but then again, like, why would you? I mean, if you got that much money, why not, just give it out to poor or, get a house on a barrier town or something. And anyways, uh, I can't find their author guideline for some reason. Now, the thing that you have to do after seeing all of the affordability is you have to see for the author's guideline. Let me see if I can find author's guidelines. You see, it used to be by the elsewhere, but then it was not. So yeah, thank God for that. And बिस्मिल्लाह पढ़ के मार्केट सेशन स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। स्क्रीन में अपनी शेयर कर रहा हूँ, मुझे Okay, so yeah, if you want, you can also check your manuscripts. You can say readiness, or you can check if the manuscript has all the essential parts from paper pal. It's written for free, but trust me, bro, it's not free. It's paid. So I would recommend doing it, but you can. Then again, like it's completely depends on you. This is all of the editing services that the journals provide. I would say not to do these until unless you're very, very high on the money end, but I don't think anyone from Pakistan usually is. So don't. Like equator network checklist. मैं बताता हूँ एक मिनट उसमें भी आता हूँ मैंने इक्वेटर नेटवर्क चेकलिस्ट मैंने इतना उसके बारे में मैंने कभी वो रिसर्च करने की वो नहीं की ज़रूरत नहीं की मैंने तो लेकिन खैर उसके बारे में आता हूँ उस बाद में बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ बताऊंगी उसके बारे में भी एनीवेज यार I can't find its author guideline. मतलब see here. Instructions for authors. Okay. So these you have to like read this author guideline. This is like very, very important. You can skim through the above process everything, but when they write about the manuscript, na? Yeah, starting here. Ethics, informed consent, registration, everything you have to see. Actually, I gave each में. Equator checklists are some of the checklists for the articles, but you know what? I'll just iterate बाद में. Remind me. Manahil ना? हाँ. Sorry, Mariam. Mariam, remind me after, I don't know, like 10-15 minutes. Okay, so registration of research. Like any research that you do, you have to register it by some registries. For Prospero is for the systematic reviews, it's free. It's very like thankful to God it's free. Clinicaltrials.gov is for free as well. It's for all the clinical trials and on humans, like only humans, not animal. For if you want to go for animals, it has a separate website. Chinese clinical trial registry it's another one. It's free, and like China, how China and America has been going in politically. They're in a passive sort of competition, etc. So this way I wouldn't recommend doing this if you wanna come to the UK or the US. So it's not appreciated here. Like just no, it's not appreciated for due to political reasons. If you wanna go towards the Far East or if you wanna go towards Middle East, even you can do both. But if you wanna go to the Far East in China, Japan, Myanmar, Indonesia, etc., you always use this Chinese clinical trial registry. Research registry is good, but then again it takes I think $50 or $100. I don't like this is also for RCTs. Don't. And for case reports, this is like you see, here's your guide. Actually, never mind, your point came right here, Mariam. I'll get to that now. So what I do is do Prospero, do clinical trials, and you don't need to register your observational studies. Like no need. They don't like ask that much about it. Do all journals ask for ERB approval? Can we do cross section? No, you cannot do cross section without ERB approval. ERB approval is a hectic process. I mean, send your synopsis for approval. It will give you a date, right? Do the research before it's approved. Then when it's approved, you can write the whole manuscript. It's kind of an ethical gray zone area, but it is what it is. I always defend it by saying that I know my article is that my manuscript or my synopsis is gonna get approved. Like, also one motive: write a spick and span synopsis. Cover each and everything in it, like each and everything, in detail, so that any question that may ask during the ERB approval, you have written it in the synopsis, or you know the answer to that. So yeah, if the organizers or if the moderators agree, maybe sometime down the future we can arrange a webinar in which I can tell you about all the techniques I used to get ERB approval and synopsis approval. So anyways, you don't have to like wait for ERB approval, but you need it. You can say most journals do require ERB approval, most journals. And I don't think, yeah, Ninja Techniques, exactly, Ninja Techniques. Most journals would require the ERB approval, but letter, like the whole proof of the letter is not required by every journal. Some would ask it as just for proof, some wouldn't. So, that's another thing that I wanted to tell you. You can do whatever you want with that information. It's in your hands now. Okay, so reporting guidelines. Mariam, was it right? Mariam Tariq. Yeah. So here's your question. Reporting guidelines. Some journals make it absolutely mandatory to cite the checklist. Some journals do not. It's always better to cite them. It's always better to cite a checklist. It adds to the credibility of your article. For case reports, we have SCARE. For medicine case report, we have simple care, not scare, care without the S because surgical is not here. So like, but that's it. Then we have for RCTs, we have the consort checklist. For systematic reviews, we have the Prisma checklist. For cohort and case controls, we've got the strokes or the stroke guideline. Now look, the strokes guideline is the most important guidelines according to like the medical community. But this journal, Inners of Medicine Surgery, has some editorial staff which have made the stroke guidelines. Strobe, sorry, no, not stroke, strobe. And you see, like, no, not this one. Yeah. So that's just strokes. Oh, sorry, actually, never mind. Like strokes statement. So if you see the authors right here, this one, and if you see this one, so then it gets almost necessary to cite the like equatorial checklist, because if you see that someone as high as this person ranking individual is the editor of the journal and he's also like in the strokes statement, and if you cite that statement, obviously that person is gonna have a sort of a gray zone or a bias because you're citing his research. So it will also improve your chances for publication. For diagnostic, we've got the STAR statement criteria. I have never ever properly conducted a diagnostic or qualitative study, so I can't uh, comment much on that. But yeah, these four checklists, it's always good to enter a checklist for the article. Editorial check, whenever you want to send in a manuscript, you want to send for formatting errors, including citation formatting, you want to use Vancouver. Vancouver should be spick and span. There shouldn't be anything missing. You want to focus on grammar and syntax. Plagiarism should be less than 14 via Turnitin. And the study should be original. Like, it shouldn't be a copied study from the journal. Okay? Like, you can, like, okay, yeah. Anyways, the main thing that happens here is that some people say that XYZ study was converted in United States. We want to convert it, conduct it here in Pakistan as well. Can we do that? Yes, you can, but it's not recommended. Just change up something like a little bit. Just add one or two more variables, and then that's it. You're good to go. And also, change the name as well, so that the plagiarism gets lower side. And make sure to follow the author's guideline, which I just showed you. This is a link to get free plagiarism detector. If you get 0 or 1% here, you're gonna get less than 14 on Parentin. So that's, I use these and this in combination. I don't have Parentin access personally, so yeah. I know it sucks, but it is what it is, to be very, very honest. And being resource limited, there's not much that we can do, right? Like you can ask your university, but sometimes the university wouldn't be able to help as well. Anyway, this is the whole page for the submission. If I want to see submissions with production completed, but it's not like publishing. Why? Because we are like stuck at the financial problem. So yeah, I'm not gonna publish unless I get 100% waiver. I'm not gonna pay like $900 for a freaking article, bro. Okay, these are the submissions of decision, which means it was accepted. Submit new manuscript. First of all, the thing that you're going to do is for this, you're going to click on cross section, but you can also select each and every type of study that you're doing. If you're a systematic review or a meta-analysis, see here, cross sectional, proceed. Now you're going to want to provide a single manuscript and a single file with your manuscript and just lead the whole thing right here. I'm just gonna add a decimal present and then they're gonna give you all the other requirements for submission. So I'm gonna have to like add all these requirements, and I'm not gonna like submit an article itself, but I'm just gonna add all these requirements because I want you guys to see how we send articles for publishing, for publishing. Actually, never mind. Cross. See, stocks guideline checklist where it is. Yeah, stocks guideline checklist. I'm gonna upload. I think I will upload this here. Lastly, highlights. I'm gonna give this here. Okay. So yeah, all of this is now a duplicate file. Where's the duplicate file? Oh, never mind. DSWBN. It's just duplicate. Oh no, that's a duplicate as well. SP title. DSWBN. This one. This final. That's my final docs. Final. Come on. Good, good. Sugar. अब क्या मसला हो गया भाई आपको? शुक्र अल्लाह. Anyways, you attach all these files. Now the files that I just showed are different for every journal. Mainly what you want to do is you want to make a title page with all the authors and the title. You want to make a main manuscript file, and then you're gonna like make a cover letter for a journal if it's required. And lastly, some journals also require an authorship disclosure form, so you're gonna like make the whole authorship disclosure form as well. I think I may have a template for author. Yeah, there we go. Like this whole template is for Walters Kluwer journal, and you can like easily download it from online. Basically, this is like gonna talk about the ethical approval, the informed consent, the funding, author's contribution. Here you see we have written all the author's contribution, the registration if it was registered anywhere, and who's the guarantor. The guarantor is someone who would sort of the supervisor is usually the guarantor, and he should be a person of higher standing who would be mindful and who would be surety that everything in the article is truth and nothing has been faked and it's all okay. So data availability statement, etc., etc. This is the author disclosure form. Then from region, I'm just gonna click I don't know, Afghanistan for now, let's say. a Afghanistan. Here, proceed. And now it's gonna like ask the reviewers. Ah, come on. I'm gonna just complete it in the later part. Let me see if there's anything else they're asking here. Oh yeah, they're asking classification. Classification would be what your article is based on. Like let's say my article is from surgery. I'm gonna click surgery, add. I can't. Never mind. General surgery. Yeah. General surgery and cardiac surgery. Add. Submit. This is kind of like a mesh keyword type thingy. This would tell the journal what my article is classifications is based on. So it's based on the fields of general surgery and cardiac surgery. Gonna proceed. I'm gonna add it in later. Okay, additional information. Now, I think we are done with the editorial check. Wait, what's the next? Oh yeah, that's long with the next part. I understand that it's called. Okay, so you're gonna agree to each and everything. Like it doesn't matter. They're just gonna ask you if you're responsible for, completing the authorship information. They're gonna ask you that all of the authors did know that you're gonna submit the article. ICMG criteria is an authorship criteria. You can read the whole uh, criteria right here on their website. This is the this is the criteria. Okay. And this is the detail of the criteria. If you want to read, you can. If you don't, like, it's up to you. But it's pretty usual basic stuff here. And now what you're gonna do is any person in the acknowledgement have agreed to be named. If you name someone, you can name someone without their consent. You can change the authorship after sending. You can change the authorship, but you need to provide a valid reason. Usually the competing in interest or conflict of interest, we just write none or something here. So financial activity is not applicable in our almost always generic. If you're using a generic or trade name, the thing about using trade name is that if you use a trade name, it will benefit the company. So there's a chance that you have taken money from the company and then using their trade name in articles. So do not ever use the trade name. Just say not applicable because you have not used any drug, or just say yes. Okay. Now you basically have to fill all of this lengthy process. Gonna go to the next page. This is the comments. Yeah, not applicable. Proceed. Now you're gonna enter the whole manuscript. You see the data. I have the from one of the I don't know I uploaded something here, so it has like automatically taken the title, and this is I uploaded a manuscript here, so it is gave the whole manuscript right here. But see, this is the abstract, and if it's not automatically filled here, you have to like copy from the Word document and paste here. These are the keywords that you should add. Desmopressin, ICH, hematoma extension, and neurocritical care in my regard. Okay, now this is the most annoying and the worst part, the adding authors. And right in funding, you're gonna click on none. Like that's it. Yeah. There are currently no funding sources, so there should be. Then you're gonna click on build PDF for approval, and your whole you know article is right here. Like it's sent to the journal, submitted to the journal. Now, if you want to add an author now, you're gonna click the first name, blah blah blah, and then you're gonna click on the last name, blah blah blah, and then their email address at hotmail.com. This guy is a boomer apparently. Then if there's an ORCID ID, you can enter the ORCID ID, otherwise don't. Institution would be Rawalpindi. Yeah. If let's say your institution is not here, sometimes the institution is not listed in this journals list. What you're gonna do is you're gonna write your whole institution to the. Oh no, Al Nafis is registered. Wow, good job, Al Nafis. Let's say Wah Medical College. I think it wouldn't be. It is also like, guys, suggest me a medical college. You know what? Like, let's make one right off the my head. Let's try UHS. Nice. Let's try Faizan Medical College. See, there is no Faizan Medical College, but there will be hopefully. And then you're gonna click the country. In my case, I have chosen Afghanistan, and before, so it's gonna be Afghanistan. Like this author is from Afghanistan, and then I'm gonna like add the contributors. Now make sure that you add at least 7 to 8 of these. Like 5 to 6 is the minimum, 7 to 8 is recommended. Even if the person did not do the conceptualization, you still have to like do 7 to 8 so that you meet the ICMG criteria for authorship. Otherwise, you don't. If I only click these two, the like journal is gonna say, bro, like if the author didn't do any of these, how are you even justifying him to be an author? And once you fill all of this, you can save it here. Please let at least one contributor. अच्छा सी यार ये लो conceptualize कर लेते हैं खुश. Anyways, cross. Yep. This is how you send an article to a journal and it gets like completed. Just gonna go here, gonna go back. Anyways, this is how we send the journal an article. Peer review process. Now, after you have sent the article and the editor has seen that the format, the grammar, the syntax is okay, the plagiarism is lower than 14%. They're gonna send it. They're gonna tell you that we have received your article. We have done the initial editorial check. The correspondence is via the email of the corresponding author, right? And now, thirdly, we're gonna send it for peer review. Peer reviews are anonymous professionals. Like I'm a peer review. I'm not a professional as of yet, but I will be hopefully next year. Anonymous professionals related to field of study who review the paper and they will suggest possible corrections. So basically, what you wanna see is that these are people who would critically assess your paper and then they would see if it's worth publishing, and if it's not, they will simply reject it. If it is, they will ask some changes and accept it. And some peer reviewers are equipped with the better. Like one of the main things that I want to tell you is that there are people who are better clinicians, right? As someone who's been practicing medicine for 20-25 years, but he has not been practicing in an educational or an academic institution, would have a very, very low expertise in doing the research and knowing the nuances of research. I have had peer reviewers ask me for ethical approval of meta-analysis, which I had to explain to them why ethical approval is not required for meta-analysis. If they did not accept my explanation, then I had to cite an article from PubMed, like show them an article from PubMed saying that ethical approval is not needed. I was like, bro, जब कुछ आता नहीं है ना तो बकवास नहीं करते. खैर, फिर anyways, some peer reviewers are equipped with a better clinical skill set like that reviewer, and some peer reviewers are better equipped with more research on it. And I have seen like I've also had peer reviewers ask me uh, some very very stupid clinical question, like very stupid clinical questions in the case report part. But then again, they have more knowledge of the research. So yeah. Yeah, like they would ask, and you always have to say yes. Just if you have the data of 330 patients, take the first 30, do pilot study, and take the rest of 300, do the normal study. That's how cross sections are done in Pakistan. Anyways, peer review is a very subjective process. Like personally, when I'm doing peer review, I try to be a lenient one. Like not that much, but I still try to be a lenient one. I focus on formatting a lot. Like you can call it my OCD or something, but you see right here how this is or now the font is 44 in all of these. Oh, if you see, it's 44 in all of these. The color would be the same. Links would be at the end in the same color with their name at the end. And you will always see that this would be 24 or 28, depending if it's a one word, two word, 28. If it's a sentence, then 24. All of these would be A, B, C with a gap of 12, 6 points between them. Like not a whole line, but 6 points. These would be, see, all of these are just like indented, tabbed. Like you click tab and it gets indented. So all of these have been indented so that it looks good. It looks neat. Then I've always like done 4.4 dot. You'll always see dot with all of these my numbers. See, with every number there's a dot. With every letter there's a parenthesis or a bracket. So I focus a lot on this. So if someone has punctuality issues, punctuation issues, grammatical issues, alignment issues, you can say component of the article issues, heading issue, I always point them out, which is annoying to some people, but it is like it is gonna get pointed out in the final editorial check. Like first you get the first editorial check, and if it's like not seen there, and if it gets looked over there after peer review process is accepted, is gonna be an final editorial check, and you're gonna get caught, bro, either way. So instead of doing the changes at the last stage, why not just do it in a peer review and make the article as spick and span as you can, like simply. But anyway, this takes the most main part. It can range from like 1.5 months to upwards of 5-6 months, depending on the journal. These are the revisions. Like peer reviews take time. I mean, if I show you my email now, I clear out my email every week, and I cleared it out yesterday on every Saturday night. And I'm damn sure I'm gonna have an email this morning asking me to peer review an article. Like I'm 100% sure. So peer reviews take a lot of time. What you can do to speed up the process is be vigilant yourself. Try to do the revisions ASAP, right? Address the comments completely. Like, don't leave any part of the peer review process, remaining. Don't be tense about the vague comments. Yeah, I'm gonna show an example of that. Some reviewers just make vague comments that article is not good, punctuation is not good, need improvement in grammatical area. Just make a couple of changes. That's it. Make a response to reviewers document. I'll show this document right now, and be very polite in the document. Always start with thank you for agreeing to review this article. We appreciate your comments, and we have listed the changes made as follows. You can obviously uh, paraphrase it, but just have the sentiment of thanking them, appreciating their comments. And sometimes when journal is very good, what I do is, and we presume, no, and we appreciate, no, and we, like, you just have to, and we know that you are a professional of this. Your comments would make this manuscript better, and then to, like, पॉलिटिकल सी बात हो जाएगी, लेकिन अगर बंदा पाकिस्तानी हुआ ना, उसकी जितनी ईगो बूस्ट करोगे ना, उतना वो तुम्हारे आर्टिकल को अच्छा रखेगा। लाइक पाकिस्तानी देसी हुआ, अंग्रेज फिर थोड़े वो होते हैं, क्या कहना चाहिए, नॉन बायस होते हैं। हम देसी होते हैं ना, स्पेशली साउथ ईस्ट इंडिया वाले, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया वाले, उनकी जितनी ईगो बूस्ट करोगे ना, उतना वो खुश होंगे। कैसा पॉलिटिकल, हाँ पर ठीक है, कुछ लोग कहेंगे पॉलिटिकल है, हाँ दैट्स एक्चुअली नॉट पॉलिटिकल, दैट्स रेसिस्ट, आई डोंट नो, बट सच है, सच्ची जो बात है, तो इट इज व्हाट इट इज। खैर, क्या दिखाना था, रिस्पॉन्स टू रिव्यूअर्स। ऑल्सो वाइल बीइंग इन अ वेबिनार ना, लाइक मुझे वो होल बहुत ज़्यादा फॉर्मल चीज़ अच्छी नहीं लगती, सो आई ट्राई टू थ्रो इन जोक्स जब जब मैं कर सकता हूँ। लेकिन मसला है, मैं अभी तक मेडिकल स्टूडेंट हूँ, तो आई माई हैंड्स आर टाइड, आई कैंट मेक जोक्स ऑफ मैनी थिंग्स। लोग बड़ा ऑफेंड हो जाते हैं। दिस इज आर्टिकल रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ रिव्यूअर्स, लाइक जो मैं डॉक्यूमेंट बता रहा था। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, this is reviewer 1, this is reviewer 2, and this is reviewer, no, actually never mind, there were only 2 reviewers. So he asked that, in my opinion, I would advise authors for emphasis on nature of anemia, gastric occult की वजह से है, या mechanical mucosal suffering की वजह से। मैंने बता दिया, authors have emphasized on the nature of anemia, and they've also had more literature regarding association, citation number 9। देखो मैं कितना डिटेल, मैंने इवन citation नंबर बताया है। और अभी ये फाइनल ड्राफ्ट नहीं, मैं फाइनल ड्राफ्ट में पता है क्या करता हूँ, मैं लाइन नंबर और पेज नंबर ही बताता हूँ। वर्ड पे मुझे भूल गया लाइन नंबर कहाँ से शो होता है, रिव्यू में कहीं से शो होता था। लेट मी सी इफ आई कैन फाइंड इट। रिव्यू व्यू, एक्चुअली नेवर माइंड, व्यू में आ सकता। If I remember, if anyone remembers how to like turn on the line number and page number in the Word, kindly let me know. If in like more than a year since I have, you know, sent an article for publication, how to turn on line number in Word. It says that go to layout. Layout कहाँ है? ये रहा. Layout, page setup कहाँ है? यार ये रहा page setup. Click on line number. Oh, never mind, अंधा हूँ मैं. ये रहा continuous. Always click on continuous line numbers. It's easy, and page number के लिए I don't know page number कहाँ से लगता है. अब जहाँ इसके लिए insert page number in header and footer कहाँ लिखा है? और मैं यहाँ से header footer लगा देता हूँ. header footer page number top of page पे डाल दें. हाँ यार डाल देते, बस ठीक है. There we go. See, page number 1, line number. If I have to reference anything, I will write it like this. Citation number 9 and 10, and let's say citation यहाँ पे थी, या क्या नाम है? References 9 citation, la la la. 10th citation, blah, blah, blah. Line number 30 and 31. So I would write page number 1, line number 30 and 31. 30, 31 कर लेते हैं बस. There we go. इस तरह होता है. That's how you answer a query. अब रिव्यूअर देखेगा पेज 1 पे लाइन 30 31 उसको नजर आएगा हमने चेंज की है उसकी ईगो शीगो थोड़ी बूस्ट होगी सब कुछ होगा तो वो खुश हो जाएगा. इसने यार मेरी बात मानी है, मैंने जो बोला इसने वो किया, इतनी इतनी अच्छी तरीके से किया है. ये वाली जो लाइन है ना, ये वाली जो सारी आप है ये ऐड करनी है यहाँ. वंस अगेन देख लो मैं यहाँ भी, हालांकि मुझे ज़रूरत नहीं है लेकिन मैं यहाँ पर भी अलाइनमेंट सारी कर रहा हूँ. और ये देखो मैंने पंक्चुएशन भी पूरी सही कर रही है. इस पूरे को हम कंट्रोल आइस करके कंट्रोल बी भी करें. अब सही है. आ की जगह हम सिंपल प्रोफेशनल्स इन दिस फील्ड होगा. ये लो खत्म. इस तरह करते हैं. और बाकी रिलेटिव ने भी जो खप की वो भी मैंने सारी हमने कर दी थी उनके लिए, उनको खुश करने के लिए. एनीवेज अच्छा हाँ दूसरी वजह देखो मैंने वहाँ पे नई इन्फॉर्मेशन ऐड की ना तो लाइन नंबर 30 31 तो है, उससे चेंज होके लाइन नंबर 33 34 हो गई थी. तो फिर यहाँ पे लाइन नंबर अपडेट कर लेना इस जगह पे जो मैंने लिखा था. ठीक है, ये हमेशा याद रखना है. ये भी हो गया, रिवीजन वाला पार्ट हो गया. अच्छा और क्या था? पेमेंट मेथड्स देखो. क्यू एंड कोर ऑथर्स कैन सेल्फ फाइनेंस, नेवर रिकमेंडेड. यूनिवर्सिटी इंस्टीट्यूशन कैन फंड दिस. यूएसए है तो भाई मौजे हैं, वरना नहीं. इवन यूके में भी मैंने सुना है इतना अच्छी फंडिंग नहीं मिलती. यूएसए में पैसा बड़ा है लोगों के पास, क्या करें. You can also get a sponsor, not very common. You can as the ghost authors and etc etc. Don't please, like, bro. Why do you have to do anything that's sort of illegal or sort of unethical when you have ethical option? I just like gave you an ethical option. Don't add ghost author unless of course you wanna add the Syrian, yeah, Ukrainian, and you wanna add a ghost author. फिर तो like it's about your morals now. फिर तो it's not about मजबूरी. तो आपके अपने अंदर मसला है. खैर, get a waiver. Pakistan gets 50%. Like sometimes you can get 100% if you're very lucky. If you're not, then your corresponding author should be from group A. That's it. Any questions पे यहाँ पेमेंट मेथड्स I think खत्म होने वाला है. खत्म हो ही गया, होने वाला क्या है. Lastly, I would say that these are my socials, and if you wanna connect with me or collaborate with me or do anything, you can connect right here. And like I mean I'm usually active on in social media in Instagram and LinkedIn, and that I'm too, like, for not daily but still I do check them regularly. So anything that you have should be provided on these. Yeah, you can, of course you can. I'm always open to collaborations. Just throw me a text on LinkedIn or I also didn't give out my email. But then again, like, you have my LinkedIn social media, so no need to get an email. So just throw out a message right there. And if you have a topic, that's recommended. If you don't, you'll have to wait obviously 1 to 2 weeks. As soon as I find a topic, I'll give it to you. And also I'll need to have proof of like your skill set. That's it. Like that's the most important thing for me. For a person collaborating with me, I need to see proof of their skill set. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, but wouldn't that be counted as, a self promotion? I don't want to do that, honestly speaking. I don't want to use this platform for self promotion. But yes, Mariam is right. There is a YouTube channel. I mean, Mariam,
Thank
if you want to, if you can, but personally, I don't think I should. Like, it's not ethical in my opinion. You can name it if you want. So, anyways, guys, yeah, you can like close the session. Let me just first of all thank our participants. You've been a super good crowd. You have been a super interactive crowd. I'm so happy to see all these discussion right here. And that's the main thing of this whole webinar is it's neither gonna pay any of us. It's not gonna uh, give us anything in return. The main thing is maybe it will give me some swab if you're like Muslim, you believe on that, like spreading education gives you virtues, but it's to help people. And I know because I have been at your stage a couple of years ago. So I'm going to do everything in my power that I can to promote research and to help people. Like that's my goal for free, obviously for free. And thank you so much for tuning in with me. I hope you guys learned. Okay, now you can close the session. Moderators, sorry to like disturb you.
No worries. Thank you so much, Dr. Faizan. And Mareem, if you know the YouTube channel, please share the link of the channel in the group so everyone else can know about the search channel. Also, we have to take a quick picture just for memory. So I would like you guys who are comfortable to please open up your cameras for a quick photo. I'll wait for a few minutes. And Dr. Faizan, is your camera working now?
Unfortunately, it's not. I'll have to restart my computer for this.
Uh-huh.
You know, the camera's drivers, they are sort of outdated, and I installed the drivers hoping that it would like, solve the issue, but it then asked me to, restart the computer and install the updates. So unfortunately, I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. Just guys, if those of you who are comfortable, please open up your cameras.
Also, I'll share the presentation, the PPT with the organizers and the moderators, and they can share it with you guys in the group as well. Okay. So no need to, take screenshots or anything. I don't mind sharing stuff.
Yes, thank you so much. I will be sharing the PPT in the group.
Okay, good. Any other questions or anything, like just let me know. We still have like I think 20 minutes before the 2 hour mark.
So, Taha, on the count of 1, 2, 3, you can take the picture, I guess, right? Your mic is off, by the way.
Sorry. Yes, I will. One, can the screen be closed?
Yeah. I'll stop sharing. Eh? Wait, it's not giving me an option. Yeah, it is stop share. There we go.
Two, three. I will also take a picture from the slide.
Is it done?
Just a second. Okay, it's done now. Thank you.
The picture's done. So okay, like let me just answer Aliza Khan's message, then we can end the
Yeah,
the
sure.
webinar. Just want to ask, how did you start? What was the first thing how did you start? What you suggest? Person who's completely new to research, there's actually a playlist of all the different videos that would be needing to sort of get an idea of research. I'll just write it down there. Uh, it's not my playlist, but you can search it by using my name. The playlist involves videos, not articles, videos from all of around the YouTube that I used to help myself. None of these are my videos, but they are just collected from different, and I've made a playlist. It's a research playlist, right? So yeah, this playlist can help each and every one of you. And I mean, I gain nothing from it, but you will gain a lot. It has analysis, it has literature review, it has synopsis, it has like article writing, everything. So you can start this as a base, and what you want to focus on is that you want to learn about the different study designs you want to start your own project simultaneously. Like starting your own project is the best way to learn, and you should start it by a cross-sectional study. Start it as early as you can, like in second year. Do a cross-sectional study. Start learning about the whole research publication process. And once you have had the experience of research, and you know about the research study designs, and you have like sort of become comfortable with the idea of research, then take some webinars or some sessions about meta-analysis, systematic review, and start a systematic review simultaneously as well. That's what I would prefer. I started systematic review very late in my third year, and actually in my fourth year, to be honest. And I would personally recommend the person to start from mid second year or something. I had my brother start like data analysis in his second year, so now he's in third year and he already has a systematic review, oh sorry, meta-analysis, which is published and like he also has a citation. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Faizan, for your time and for the availability and for detailing about the journals and the publication. And in case if anyone still has a question, they can write it down in the WhatsApp group, or you can contact Dr. Faizan through the email or through the LinkedIn that will be provided later. Also, I'll be sharing the post-evaluation form. All the participants are directed to fill that in order to receive the e-certificates. So I guess that's all. Thank you so much, Dr. Faizan, and the participants as well. You guys may leave the meeting now.